Alright, welcome back everybody. This is the second part of the adventures of Catface, and where we left off, I was killing rats and rambling on about Skyrim. So now that we are back, let's continue going. And I took a small break to rest my throat and to also see how laggy this game was getting in the video, and I don't know, it didn't appear too laggy. It skipped all over the place. Wait a second. I think this is the first time I have ever noticed this chest. Yeah, because I've never ran into an average lock chest before. Oh, yeah, I'm starting to lag in the game, so... No. Oh, come on. Alright. 1. No! 1. No! 1. No! 1. 2. Yes! Perfect. Oh, 3 lockpicks and 20 gold. That's great. That was totally worth it. But, yeah, there were some choppy bits in the first part, so I'm not too sure if that's just my video recording software or if that's just because there are things processing. Aha! Lettuce. I knew it was lettuce in here. And a tomato. See? Even though it's been forever since I played this game, I still know where everything is. But, yeah. Depending on how laggy this game gets, because I'm noticing the lag this time, if it gets too laggy, then I will start completely over and try to fix these lag issues, because you can't have a Let's Play or any kind of video whatsoever with lag. So then that just ruins the entire experience for everybody, because then you have sound that is completely off, and yeah, it's just not a pretty picture. So, yeah. What else about Skyrim that I noticed? Oh, I read that the alchemy system is completely different in the sense that you can no longer carry all your equipment with you. You don't get to carry your mortar and pistol. I think that's how it's pronounced. Mortal and pistol. I don't know, but you don't carry that around with you. You don't carry the embellic and the cowl thingy. I have no idea what they're called, but there's 4 parts and you can't carry them all around, and I never figured out why you would need all 4 parts. I noticed that you could do any sort of alchemy with just 1 part, so does it make the potions better if you're using all 4 pieces of the set, or is it just it lets you use more things into potions, and it unlocks more of the slots? I really don't know, so if somebody could clarify that for me, that'd be great. But back onto topic, the you no longer get to carry around all your equipment, and you basically have to find an alchemy table or an alchemy lab somewhere in Skyrim, and they're probably going to be in every major city and every minor city, and sometimes just scattered around. I'm sure if you buy a house somewhere, you can get one just inside your house. So you kind of have to come prepared to your fights, because if you, in Oblivion, if you went into a Oblivion gate and you're running low on health and everything is starting to beat you up, you could easily just pull up the tab screen, pause, go into your alchemy tab, and select your thing, which is just going to be right here. I'm going to grab it. Select your mortar and pestle. Mortar and pestle. I think that's how it's pronounced. You can just take it, click on it, and then add your ingredients, and in this, making delicious fatigue potions. So yes, remove that. What else do we have? Let's throw some stinkhorn caps, wisp stalk, remove that. Anything else that matches? Fatigue. So let's use some of this rat meat that I've collected. Alright. Exit all that. So yeah, you could easily just pause the game, throw some stuff together, and create a super health potion, and then you're all set. That was not a very realistic system in my opinion. And I read a article somewhere that there are people who are going to purchase leather-bound journals and play the game with their HUD opacity completely at 0, so their HUD is completely invisible, and they never use their map, and they never used fast travel or anything. The only game-breaking thing they use... I'm gonna do what I did before. Let's see. No. No. Yes! Ah. I am the best. But, yeah, the only thing that they're going to be using is their journal and the inventory screen to change their inventory. And what they're going to do in their journal is they're going to draw maps themselves, and they're going to draw notes about all the creatures that they run into and all the locations. And they're going to use it as a journal for Duvahkiin, Dragonborn, the main character. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. That's great for roleplay. However, I cannot see myself doing that because 1, I have really bad handwriting, and 2, I really don't have the patience for that. I really kind of need to use my use all of my stuff. I like having a HUD. But yeah, I think that is a great idea for all those people who really want to do that. And if I remember, I'll throw a link to the thread that idea was introduced into the description bar, so anyone interested can check that out and mimic what they're doing. But I think for a Let's Play / commentary, you kind of need to have all your stuff, because I'm not going to buy a video camera and record my journal I have for Duvahkiin. That'd just be silly. It'd be really, really silly. But yeah, what else? What else is there to talk about? What else is there to say? Please tell me that's just a rat. Okay. Oh, archery. It is no longer marksman. Yeah, it's not a thief skill anymore, and what I intend to do for Skyrim is to play a full-on thief. Very little traditional melee stuff, very little fighter / warrior stuff, little to no magic other than the basic spells that they give to you, because some of those spells look really cool, like the flamethrower spell. I saw it in one of the videos, but avoid doing that. And one of the things I noticed was that marksman is gone and they replaced it with archery, and archery is a fighter ability. If you're trying to level up a pure fighter, archery is one of the skills governed by the warrior class, or the warrior system. So I guess in order to be an archer, I kind of need to go a little bit into warrior, but really they have it set up so there are no classes anymore. You don't reach a certain point in the tutorial and somebody says, you know, everything that I've seen about you, you seem like a very talented thief, or a very talented knight. Nobody says that in Skyrim, and you're allowed to change anything at any time, because from what I've seen, there are way shrines, and you basically go up to one, click it, and it sends a pretty light into the sky, and your stats increase because of it. So essentially you can go back and change that to something else to increase your other stats, because you can play the game halfway through as a mage or a wizard and decide, nah, I would rather be a fighter. So you're not forced to stick with whatever you selected. And another thing that I noticed is, let's just pick the thief real quick. You're not governed to specific skills in order to level up. In Oblivion, you select a class, and in order to level up, you have to.
You may as well.
You have to select. You have to specifically use the skills that are dedicated towards your class, and you have to Like if you are a fighter, you need to use armor, you need to use all the, let's see, armor, athletics, blade, block, blunt, hand-to-hand, and heavy armor. Those are all governed by the warrior class, whereas acrobatics, light armor, marksman, mercantile, security, sneak, and speechcraft are all thief. And if you select a thief class, you can only level up by leveling up these skills. However, in Skyrim, you level up by leveling anything you want, and every time you get a skill point, I think it gives you experience, and when you get enough experience, you bump up in a level, and you can select a perk. But it's been about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to pause it and see you in the next episode.